Once again, back at it. Same day, different time, really one after the other. This is the second video I'm pretty sure that I'm filming now on this dearly beloved Tuesday, July the 10th. It's, past 6, I do believe so. And I'm just, like I say, I got these things on my mind, and I'm sorry to everybody who wants to hear me analyze sports that I haven't yet gotten to that, but I can assure you that's definitely coming eventually. But like I say, right now it's time to focus on, you could say, the most important issues within society, health, culture, and etc. There's so many touchy subjects, but again, we need people who are willing to attack these subjects with open arms and with open minds, rather than people who want to run away from these subjects and then again wonder why these epidemics are still existing and growing rapidly at a dangerous rate every single day. I'm telling you, if you die tonight, I'm telling you, the question you need to ask yourself is, where are you going? Heaven or hell. Some people don't believe in either one. Some people don't believe in hell. Some people think that everybody goes to heaven. And I can assure you that's definitely not true. That's definitely not true. Again, and I'm more qualified to say that because I got baptized on June 22nd, 2018. So, last 100. I'm, again, definitely telling, again, you hear it in my music. You hear it practically in everything I practically post on this YouTube channel and post on my Twitter. I'm a very spiritual, open-minded young man. I'm 20 years old. And like I say, Lord knows every single day of my life. I'm not saying I haven't had, this problem, that problem, this trial and tribulation, and etc. I've definitely gone through some things. Not as much as a lot of other people have, but I can assure you we've gotten to 2018 for a reason. God has blessed us to make it to 2018 for a reason, and a lot more of us need to start living up to the reasons why God is blessing us with new life each and every day. And one of the top reasons why I'm definitely here to tell you He's blessing us with new life every single day is for new opportunities to help ourselves, help our families, and help our neighbors, help the neighbors around you, and etc. So I'm telling you, world peace is literally, the definition of world peace is literally love thy neighbor as thyself. If you were to ask me, that's literally the definition of world peace, is to love thy neighbor as thyself. So pretty much these last two videos will probably be titled an episode of Believable Faith Ministries. That's pretty much what I'm doing. The first one was the church epidemic. This is probably will be the same thing, if not just epidemics, period. So again, as I was saying in the first episode of the church epidemics, the last video was pretty much how it's the matter of you live right across the street from a church, or you live right around the corner, or you just pretty much live within walking distance of a church, and yet you don't go. And and what I mean by you, and definitely, again, something got to be, I'm trying to make sure I say the right things here, definitely, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't go every Sunday, but I can definitely assure you, you listen to how I'm talking here and etc. And you meet me in everyday life, you would swear I do. I've had people call me Pastor Nate all the time. I've had people tell me I should be a pastor, I should be a priest, I should be this, I should be, all these, a motivational speaker, all these things, because look at the passion that I have for preaching Jesus, and the passion that I have for helping people, and the passion that I have for, pretty much, the true definition of what world peace pretty much is. And stuff like that. But I'm definitely saying, if you're a person, this is mainly going out to people that are hurting, the people, and a lot of us are hurting. And I mean the hurting parts of, like, you're going through overdoses, you're going through, negative addict phases, and etc. And so forth and so forth. This is, pretty much, mostly you could say dedicated to those people. One of my biggest, takes on it is just the fact being, when you live, within walking distance from a church, and stuff like that, and you're going through whatever it is you're going through, and again, the big thing I get this idea from, ladies and gentlemen, nobody has to agree with my opinions here, but one of the top things that I get this ideology from is the fact being, I don't know when the report came out, but it came out by about a year or two ago, whatever else, that predominant most of Americans are Christians, or religious in some type of way, that, or even a majority of the world, period, we're Christians, or not Christians, but we are definitely religious in some type of way. So for me, what that ends up opening up is, you could say what that ends up opening is it ends up opening the conversation of, well, if most of us are religious, then why do we have all these negative epidemics repeating themselves and then getting higher and higher each and every day? You know, why? If most of us are religious. And that's definitely, and that's definitely something that once you start opening that conversation, you definitely start, getting into, I want to say, the subject of religious hypocrisy. That a lot of people think they're saved, but they're not saved. Their mindset is still into a negative ideology, which they think this and they think that about race, and they think this and that about hard work or whatever it is, because especially when it comes to babies out of wedlock, that's one of the top definitely I want to say things that we deal with on a daily basis within society and culture is why do we have so many kids born out of wedlock. And one of the top reasons why, because you can definitely, and God bless hip-hop, but hip-hop and definitely in many cases is partially to blame for this, because hip-hop over I don't know how many years, but definitely a good decade or more, if not way more than that, has been promoting absolutely garbage towards, encouraging you to have sex outside of wedlock over and over and over again. In almost every single rap song. I mean, it depends on which artist you listen to and the songs about those artists you listen to. But definitely, hip hop is definitely has a shared responsibility in why today's culture is the way it is, because of a lot of these garbage hip hop artists that will not take even a bit of responsibility for their cultural impact, but they're always promoting the absolute garbage. They're absolutely promoting the worst within society and culture, and so forth and so forth. I mean, if you would ask me, I said it about a few weeks ago, and or the opinion is still true to this day, I do believe so, that a lot of people don't even realize it, that they are definitely doing the devil's work and don't even realize it. A lot of people are doing the devil's work and don't even realize it. And I get that, from the fact being, because especially if you do music, look what you're promoting. Look what you're promoting. Are you promoting Jesus? And I'm not saying that you have to be promoting Jesus in order to be promoting cultural world change, because you don't. But definitely, are you promoting cultural world change? Are you promoting people to stay within wedlock when it comes to having sex? And if they're gonna have it outside of wedlock, are you encouraging them to be careful of who they have it with and how many times and etc. Because that's definitely what I do on a daily basis within everything that I preach. I preach to everybody that if you're gonna have sex outside of wedlock, please make sure that you be careful of who you have it with and you can trust them and etc. Because there's just too much going on in today's day and age for you to be having it loosely with just any and everybody. Especially knowing the fact that people lie almost every single day, practically. Certain people, not all people, but you get the point there. I'm definitely encouraging people to be as safe and cautious as they can with pretty much every single move that they make, especially certain particular moves like that, because again, that can definitely, especially because all it does, I mean, Drake even said it in his song March 14th, all it takes is one time, and then you all end up going through those pregnancy scares, and especially if the pregnancy is true and you do have a baby on the way, what to do then, what to do now, especially if you are, I would say still a minor. What do you do then? Especially if you're a minor with no job and you're living with your parents, what do you do then? So again, those examples are again right there. But again, ladies and gentlemen, one of the top things that somewhat breaks my heart about the subject is the fact being it's been going on for like a decade or more. It's been going on for years, and yet people still don't have the common sense enough to stop it. That's one of the top things that's been disgusting me, over years. Why do we made it this year, that year? Why are people still repeating the sins of past generations? Why are people still doing that? But and God forgive me, if I'm completely wrong for you, and wrong for some of these opinions. But definitely it make and some of the opinions you can even point to probably even facts, to a certain degree. One of the top reasons why is because again, a lot of people are again religious hypocrites. They have no clue about true spiritual discernment, and a lot of them, other than that. Because like I say, I mean, again, some of it's bigotry, and I want to say again, some of it is again people thinking they're saved and aware when they're not. Like I say, some people are literally doing the devil's work and don't even realize it. Again, the evidence is very 2 + 2. with a lot of this stuff. And like I say, I do definitely hope and pray that people, in today's day and age, you get your soul right with Christ while time is still on the clock, because we are definitely approaching, times each and every day where, again, we got people dying each and every day, whether it's through murder or suicide. You got people dying each and every day, through multiple causes, to where it's like, again, what about me and my life? What about my family's life? Again, just the evidence is there. So which side of the evidence do you want to be on? The part this is why I really want to start holding more churches accountable, because this is this is, again, one of the biggest breakdowns I do feel like to my entire, you could say, sermon here. This is one of my, oh yeah, I forgot also that series title of daily sermon or something like that. This is, I want to hold more churches accountable for this, because, like I said before, look at the institution of which you're in. Look at what you're here for. Look at the statistics around you. Look at the epidemics around you. What are you doing towards helping clean these things up? Because, like I say, God bless the churches, but it doesn't seem like too many churches are literally doing anything but collecting your money on Sundays and then going off and buying God knows what else. It doesn't seem like they're truly doing much to help heal the community. And that's one of the top problems that we face in today's society and culture. People who are put in a place, or who have, you could say, put themselves in a place to do right, they're doing morally wrong, and probably have some of the most, again, biased, double standards, towards defending their wrong, and that's one of the top reasons why, God bless pastors and priests and motivational speakers and etc. But that's why, in many cases, you have to be very, very cautious and aware of which ones you listen to and the advice at which you take, from those ones. Because, again, we live in a society today and age and culture where you have false prophets pretty much everywhere. You have false prophets literally pretty much everywhere, And again, which side do you want to be on? The side that it always is staying very one step ahead or two steps ahead, and etc. And the side that, wants to heal this culture and help expose all the fraudulent, garbage, or the side that wants to keep covering it up, sweeping it under the rug, pretending it doesn't exist, and just going about your happy, merry day as if everything's all sweet, cool, fine, and dandy. I don't do that. I literally don't do that. I definitely look at every single second of my day, my life, as another opportunity to get right. I, definitely look at, life as that every single day. But I definitely know, I'm definitely aware of my actions and other people's actions practically every single second as well. Past, present, and future, because like I say, a lot of us, again, are completely repeating the sins of past generations over and over and over again. And the big question really is when are you gonna stop? What does it take for you to finally stop it? To a certain degree. And I think, and this is definitely where, the true definition and meaning of Jesus Christ's salvation comes in. You have to live by it. That's what you got, and that you have to live by it. And not enough people are truly solely living by it. They're blind, they're deceived, and etc. Because, the evidence is, again, especially if you believe in Jesus Christ's salvation the way you should, think about it. The evidence is very 2 + 2 when it comes to, why things are the way they are. In many cases, with the epidemics, with why, they're not stopping, and with supposedly the majority of the population being Christian, why things are still not getting any better. Again, God bless everybody's spiritual discernment on even me, even judging me. God bless everybody's spiritual discernment on judging me, judging whomever else you listen to. But I'm definitely letting you know here right now that, I've definitely been alive for 20 years, and God ain't blessed me 20 years for nothing. I done seen too much garbage over 20 years, and I'm definitely here on YouTube channels like this, here to expose it for you all, because this is literally, it's just amazing. It's literally amazing. The negative, you could say, the negative gimmicks that a lot of people have bought into, that have, again, continuously contributed to their demise, instead of truly getting back right with Christ and contributing to your higher learning, your blossom, and etc. So again, take care. It's me, your boy, the man, NJ2THECITY with the number 2 and TO. I don't fully know what I'll title this one. Probably Church Epidemic Part 2. Again, I'm pretty sure you all understand the viewpoint about that by now. So God bless.